Hi, this is Wednesday, the 6th of April 2016. Just giving you an update on Sid Narrowboat. On the outside, nothing's really changed since the last two videos. Just go on the inside.
I think so. What I'm really trying to turn this into, it's a bigger play. I mean, the cold brew thing.
So, what's been done on the inside is, from the last video, I stripped out all the items I didn't need on the inside and set to the task of painting the walls all white, which are white now. And I found some oil-based white paint on the internet, and it was eggshell. Not really used eggshell that much before, so I started painting it on, and I wasn't happy with the egg-shaped texture to it. I envisaged the walls being like just white and matte shiny, well, not matte, smooth, and started painting it thinking, oh, it'll be alright, I'll get used to it. And I've done the whole of the kitchen in the eggshell, and then decided that no, I couldn't live with it. I might as well just get some matte white. So what I've done is, because I started the kitchen, I've finished the kitchen in eggshell, and I've done the two bottom halves of the wall with eggshell in here, and I've ordered some white matte or silk paint. I'm waiting for that to come. I'm going to finish off doing the roof and the walls here in white. It's just a pity that I had everything stripped out, all the floor covered, sheeted up, so I could just go out and paint the whole boat white, but that's not happened. Once the white comes, I'll have to sheet up the floor again and then paint the walls in here and the ceiling white, which just adds to it a bit extra time, or it would have been finished by now. Last time when I came back from home, I brought the sink and the some worktops for this side of the boat. So once I brought the sink in and put it in place, this is what came with the kitchen units when I bought them second hand. And as soon as I got it in here, I noticed that the tap is underneath the sill here. So this is a tap. What I bought separately, the one what came with the kitchen was white, and it started looking really tatty, so I thought I'd get a better one. So once I got the sink here, I realised that it wouldn't fit. So you can see here the tap hole, and it's too far back. If I put the tap there, it's straight underneath the sill, and you've got to remember that there's going to be a 50mm box channel section going underneath the sill there. So it only gave me a tap height of about 30cm, which you can't buy a tap for that. So I'm hoping with making the washer and some rings that where the sink comes out here and this flat area, I'm going to drill some holes and put the tap here, and hopefully it'll miss this wall. And the sink, now I've got it in, I measured it, and looking in the sizes of other sinks, this is like a 200mm deep sink, which is probably the biggest sink what you can buy. And I've not bought the waste pipe here, but you can see that white dot, that's where the hole is for the water to go out. So I'm not sure how deep they're going to have a plastic waste there with a nut on it, and I know that I'm going to have to raise the legs up a little bit, but hopefully that I can raise the legs up high enough so the sink water can drain out through that little white hole there. If it won't, then I'll probably have to buy another sink basin, which is they do come in like 180mm and maybe even smaller depth. And maybe I don't know if I have to buy another one. I'd probably be able to buy one with a hole in the right place. The other thing I bought was the gas burner, which is in this box here. What I was planning to do, having a 2-hob gas burner and a 2-hob electric induction heater here, like side by side. Each one's like 300mm wide, so that's 600mm to go here, and to be the toilet walls going straight up there. But as soon as I got here, I realised, same as with the tap, the back gas burner would be underneath this fridge, which you wouldn't be able to get saucepans on, and it would just set fire to the narrowboat when you switched it on. So after much measuring and planning ahead, one option was to have the gas burner sideways here, so it'd be like 500mm by like 300mm, and the gas knobs just in front of the wall here, and to have the electric induction heater on this side. But then thinking that, well, then I haven't got much worktop space. I know the induction heater is just a flat piece of glass, but when you got your saucepans and on, there isn't that much where you can like have some plates down and butter some bread. So the other option I had is to put it here, so it will fit in here, but I think I'll be using the induction heater the most for, like, because it would be free electricity. It'd be from the battery bank going through an 240 induction inverter. So I'll be having like boiling the kettles on there, so it'd be always steam coming up here, hitting the roof, then coming up in front of all the electrics. But I've got nowhere else to put it, and hopefully the electrics are fairly waterproof anyway. So I've basically decided that the induction heater be here, be like 300m wide and 500m back. So like the 240 induction 2-hob there, the sink here, virtually in that place, and the gas hob there. Underneath the sink, and we've got like a 900 by 900 corner unit. We've got a 400mm cupboard here, which is, I'll move this underneath the sink. I've just put it there because I've not cut anything to shape yet. So where this 400 unit is will be where the washing machine will go. So the other thing what I was like playing with was this sink here. As you see, this is where the wall cupboard's going to go, and they're going to be about 30mm past that bracket. So once I'm standing here like washing up, there'd be like a cupboard right in front of my face. I was thinking of, like, you can move the kitchen sink this way towards a window a little bit, which will give you enough room, a bit more room like here around the gas hob for a bit more workspace. But then when you're standing here, the cupboard will be in the way. But as it is now, I can use half of the stand at like the back half of the sink, and there would be no cupboard in the way of my face. It's just when you reach over to the drain area, you probably have to reach underneath the cupboard. But that's what I wanted, because I just wanted a bit more space for cupboards. So in the future, people might be a bit of a nuisance, but it's just short of space. So, and in the caravan, we've got work units, work cupboards above the sink, and you're just like 30 mil. Your head's about 30 mil away from the cupboard, and you take it as it. That's the way it is. It doesn't really bother you. So hopefully, once the cupboard's in place, it's just be one of them things which won't really bother you. I know, like, most people want a window in front of the sink when they're washing up, but really the kitchen here is just a workplace where you just come, make your food, wash up, clean, do your laundry, and the living area be through here, where you can see it's much more lighter. Got the windows in the living area and a lot more space, so I can relax in here. But once I go through into the kitchen, it's not really a place to relax in, it's just a place to work in, either preparing your food or washing up. In here, in the kitchen also, I have got the radio, so I can mess around with change channels on the radio, and on the 2-din car radio there'll be a screen, so I can play DVDs in here while I'm making my food. And also planning in here to have a projector on the roof and a projector screen down there, and whatever DVD's playing in the kitchen, once you come in here, the same DVD will be playing in here. Yesterday, the wood came for the framework for the bed, table, and the seating arrangement. So what I decided to use was just good old roof battening, which I think is probably the cheapest but strongest wood what I can use. I have bought some like planed wood, and it's a bit more expensive, and it looks neater because it's planed. But all this framework, once it's in place, I'll cover it with 3mm ply, and you won't be able to see it only once you open the doors to get into the cupboards. But that's only for me to see. Nobody else, no visitors will see it. So yesterday I cut the framework for 2 of these frames and drilled all the holes and put one lot of framework together. I'll start on the next one today. What I have found is that slight measurements you get wrong on the paper. Once you do it, you can see where you're going wrong. This measurement here is 600mm for the seat, so I measured like 600mm on the paper, but then you got to take away 38mm for this upright. So what I did was cut it off, and now that isn't 600, it's like less 38mm. So what I'm going to have to do now is I'm going to cut this off here. So from this edge to this edge is a 600mm, and in my head this upright was going to be the back of the chair, but I've realised that in the framework, if when I'm going to like finish it off, putting the plywood around, it's going to have like 2 edges of like 3mm ply either side, and this face showing, or if we put another piece of ply down, 38mm ply on top, it's going to have like edges that be showing, which would be a bit messy. So what I had decided and what I remembered when I was thinking about it, like last month, was I'm going to put at the end here would be 18mm ply, which will make the back of the chair quite solid. And also on like this side, they're going to put some like kitchen wall units, but on the floor, and the 18mm ply will have something firm for to fix cupboards to. We're doing that measurement. It made all the measurements for the uprights on the bottom like 38mm out, so I had to redo all the drill all the holes slight again just to fit the framework. Once the framework's done, then you can picture what else is going on here. So you see here where the pipe comes out to the ground, I've done hopefully you can see it, a chalk mark where the water tank under the bed will be, which means that the framework I've done here, the bottom bit will get in the way of the water tank, so I'll have to cut that out today. And this is top bit's going to be the bed, which is 190mm long, and for strength what I decided is we're going to have to make a plywood wall going up here, which the bed will screw onto, and the plywood will be like 4 foot wide and right up to the ceiling, but it won't be able to fix to the ceiling because it's too soft, it's not strong enough. So it's going to be like freestanding, fixed to the floor and fixed to probably the walls. And also going to use this 1.5 inch galvanised pipe. Going to put an exhaust bracket around it, and which will have a bracket coming off and holding the 18mm ply quite firmly on the roof here. So on the next video, hopefully I can show you this framework finished. Also what I've done is at the back here, I've not fixed the flooring down, but I've cut the flooring here for the V, and also I've insulated and not fastened it in yet, but made the front of the boat there, cut the boards for that. Not going to fasten it in until I get the holes welded up. So I really could do with the holes being welded up now, but it's going to be at least another week, 2 weeks of rain. So it's like a sunny day's job, so I'm going to leave that. And in my measurements, the edge of the bed will be here, so I can actually leave the front bit and just concentrate on the bed. And on, like, say, this side of the bed in here would be a wardrobe, so the front of the bed would be there going up in 18mm ply, then the wardrobe is going to be 500mm wide, made of framework. Going to have the wash basin here, which is I've seen one which I quite like. It's going to be a PVC one. Did really want a pottery one, but for how I'm going to use it. I think I've seen one from a caravan which will just work fine, and like the windows there, which is a fire exit. So what I'm going to have is where this pipe vise is at the bottom there, going to have like a blanket chest sort of style cupboard where you can lift the lid up, and that will also be used as a step, so somebody can step onto the blanket box and then step out of the get themselves out the window. And also in here, you put like a cushion on top of the blanket box where you can sit down as you're getting changed. And the height of the wash, the basin in here will be about just below the white line there, just underneath the sill. And hopefully what came with the boat was some IKEA wooden kitchen worktop, about I think it's 35mm deep, and hopefully it's going to be about 20mm short, but you probably be able to get around it once they've started building this bathroom area in here. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you can see how the boat's getting on. There's a kitchen again, and there's the framework, which is roughly the where it will be when it's set up. Okay, thank you and goodbye.